Hello, welcome to Hockey on Tap podcast, episode 174. I'm your host, Bill Dean. Of course, here with my three co-hosts, Shorts Guy, Steven, Shrim. Brought to you by Primetime Radio, courtesy of Mr. Sam Wu. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Ever so kind, please leave a 5-star review. Gentlemen, I think it's the two best words in sports. Game 7. And I know Steven's going to disagree because he wanted the series over a long time ago. But to have a Game 7 when at first it looked like a clean sweep in this series. Florida goes up 3-0. Edmonton comes roaring back in historic fashion, 3 straight games to make it 3-3 tied. Game 7 tonight, Florida in about 40 minutes, about 40 minutes, yeah. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a boatload of fun. What we've seen from the Edmonton Oilers has been awesome. I already think, and Steve, we kind of talked about this past weekend, I think McDavid has the Conn Smythe in the bag, win or lose. But it has been amazing. The sight and watching him play in this series has been historic and awesome, and everything you want in a star player for this league. But yeah, I got past the beers thing. Let's do the beers thing real fast, and then we'll chat.
All right. Well, yeah, we blew right past the beers and we went right to it. So I am deviating from an IPA.
Ooh,
which is which is
It's
shocking.
like William deviating from lactose, which I bet he's not doing tonight.
Well, he did last week, guy. You weren't here, but he did last week.
You know,
right.
Steven, you never give me any credit. You come over and I make sure there's no
Here we
lactose for you.
No,
Even-
this
it
last
even
time I was
takes-
over on Friday night, and you had to ask me whether or not there was lactose in the beer.
Well, and that's actually the beer that I'm going to try right now in 2
Yeah,
minutes.
see?
But here, so this is
Probably
what I'll do. I'll go first. Bolero Snort.
Lactose. Lactose.
This one's called Jamaican rum cake inspired fruited sour ale. So in it, and this is the ingredients: sour ale with pineapple, vanilla, roasted walnuts, cinnamon, cloves, allspice, and yellow cake. And that's where I asked Steven because and if you look, it does not say lactose on Untapped or
It's
anything
Bolero
else.
Snort. Their owner wore
Bolero
a
Snort
lactose hat on TV.
Hold on, Steven had some Bolero Snort this past weekend that did not have lactose in it. So but Steven, not very nice.
Snuck
I
by.
give you vegan beers every time you come
Not
over
very
to my
nice.
house. I never shove lactose down your throat. Cheers for vegan beers. I like it. But yeah, yellow cake was the only thing we couldn't decipher. Does that really mean that it's a baked cake that could possibly have eggs or milk in it? We didn't
Probably.
know, so
I would assume yes.
no. But
I
sometimes
don't
it's just
know how
like
they
vanilla cake
brew it.
flavoring, right? You do vanilla cake flavoring at Starbucks or stupid Dunkin' Donuts. So, but yeah, that's my beer.
Can I? Okay, that's your beer. Can I talk about my beer now? Because it's deviating from the normal Shorts Guy beers. I'm drinking a sour. Which
Whoa!
is not normal for Shorts Guy.
Get out of town.
It's yeah, right. But it is a mud hen, so shocker. There's something sour mango guava, sour ale with mango and guava. Yeah, it's that. I haven't had it yet. I've got some for this weekend to share with you, gentlemen.
Who's
I like it
ready?
a lot.
Who's ready? Schwimmer, are you ready for me?
I'm ready. If you can hear me, I'm ready.
So I can hear you.
I'm ready, guy.
This contraption is what we call a Little Randall or Randall Jr.
Woo!
I
So
love it.
what we're doing here is a little
Cookies?
science experiment.
Cookies?
I don't have cookies, but I do
Oh.
have vegan marshmallows,
Ooh.
Nice. Marshmallow.
vegan chocolate,
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, he's making s'mores.
and 90-minute IPA.
Oh.
Oh,
I like it.
Here
So
we
I'm
go.
gonna pour this in here. Let's see how this
Here
goes.
we go.
Does it absorb? Does the marshmallow absorb it? So when you eat it afterwards, it'll taste like 90-minute? Because that'd be pretty awesome.
We're gonna find out. William.
Yeah. I
Alright.
still think that nothing was better than that 90-minute Randall through the chocolate chip cookies. With
The
cookie
cho-
crust.
yeah. Chips
yeah,
Ahoy.
that was
The Chips Ahoy. Yeah.
Oh, that still stands at the
absolutely
top of my.
fantastic.
That's still It's still there.
I still like
the
For
the
this.
other one we
the
had with
Sour
Sour
Patch
Patch
Kids.
Kids. Yeah.
Yeah, Sour Patch
That one
Kids
was
through the
friggin'
Oh, that was
Festina.
pretty good too.
It was Festina too. Right?
Lente.
Yeah, Festina.
Oh,
yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah. I like it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this. I'm going to seal it up. I'm going to throw it in the fridge. I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to enjoy
Nice.
this
I like it.
concoction.
Short.
I'm going to have this last little
Shrimp.
bit though while I'm waiting.
Are you the
I'm
next
doing
one up?
old reliable new can artwork for the Sequench.
Ooh, I do like the new can artwork.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it a
So
lot.
going with that. Delish.
This
Ray
weekend.
Leo's wondering whatever happened to good old Miller Lite.
We got to do a pod where each one of us have one of them.
Oh,
Yo,
you missed the
also-
power hour.
One Miller.
We
one
have to
Bud,
do the power
one
hour
Coors,
again.
and one
Coors.
Pabst.
We have to do the power
In the
hour
fridge we
again.
go.
Here we go.
Nice.
Ray Leo
should do
says
the-
Marner to Utah. Ray, is that some actual news, or is that a hypothesis?
Or is it?
that a
He's just
hopeful
hoping.
Educated, because that would be awesome if they announced that right before Game 7.
Oh my gosh.
That would be great.
Oh,
I am
the NHL would
grateful
be
that
so
these
pissed.
transactions. I am grateful these transactions just decided to pour in instead of
Yeah.
the whole waiting for the Stanley Cup final to end.
Is
Well,
this
I think they almost had to
Oh,
because
the trade. The Bruins made a trade.
Oh, they did. Who
Is
they
this
do?
real? I don't know if this is real or not. It's saying they traded
Oh,
Olmark
Jesus.
to Ottawa.
that's been
Oh,
in the
that's
works?
been rumored. Yeah,
It's been rumored for a little while.
Yeah, it's saying.
Uh,
I don't know. Is this real? Oh, it's saying
all
Chris
right, so
Johnson's
take a look.
reporting on it.
okay.
First
So
round
what
pick,
is it?
25th. First round pick, 25th overall. Corpusalo with 25% retained, and
Okay.
Mark Kastelik, whoever the hell that is, for Linus Olmark.
Defenseman, right? Castlewick.
So
Is he?
um
I
I
so
feel
about
like
the
they
same-
got another. I feel like they're getting another Corpusalo.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that was the thing that
I'm
apparently
not.
Olmark
I'm not an Allmark believer.
No, I'm not.
I
either.
like him. I think he's
he
Oh, AJ.
solid,
on the
but
AJ says
Sens?
Olmark
I don't
Ottawa.
know. Yeah.
well
Ray Leo is
and-
going to send us the link to the Marner thing. So, Shorts guy, if you get that, let
Oh
us know.
damn. I hope. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
real.
I'll tell you
I'm
what though,
excited.
it's Olmark in Buffalo and Olmark in
Oh,
Boston.
David Pagnotta's reporting about it too.
two
Who?
different goalies.
Mitch Marner. He's the guy
Is
in NHL
Toronto
Network.
trying to cuck the Stanley Cup final because they're not in it?
They would.
they're trying to cuck Edmonton.
He said he reached
Yeah.
out to Marner's camp and they said it's 100% not true.
Oh, that's not. Yeah. All right.
The disappointment
Interesting,
in your voices.
I'm assuming Marner has some sort of no trade clause, and I
Yeah, but
cannot
maybe it
imagine
doesn't-
that.
Maybe it doesn't kick
They're
in
not on
until
them.
July 1st, like a lot of players.
Mayhaps.
Rob Reinhart, who's another guy, is saying that it's confirmed Marner being traded to the Utah hockey team. It'll be announced sometime this week.
Okay.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool news
Interesting.
if that really is true. I wonder what
that's
the
true,
deal, the package is for that. Do you think it's some? I don't think they'd trade Clayton Keller, even though I would think that Toronto would want
I hope
someone
not.
like that.
What about Vimelka? Could Vimelka
I'm
be
assuming
going?
they can't. I'm assuming they're not taking Cap back.
Or at least not as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting
Still-
stuff.
I kind of doubt it's going
It's
to
wild
happen though.
stuff.
Still, if Marner has any sort of
Um,
choice, I can't imagine he's going to agree to that.
Where's he from?
Yeah. He's a Canadian boy, right? I think he's actually Toronto. Like Toronto
I got a whole lot of
area.
sun on me right now.
We see that.
Oh
I
yeah.
feel angelic. I
Um,
look like a Tetris piece or something.
Yeah, like one
You
of the
do.
old Tetris pieces.
You're the L. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mitch
Sure
Marner
is stout.
was born and raised
Probably
in
put the blinds
Markham, Ontario, which Markham,
Same as Stamkos, I believe.
that is in the suburb of Toronto. Yeah. So that sucks.
Future-
Leaving his hometown.
Future NJ Devil, Steven Stamkos.
Marner? Shorts
mean-
guy, just quickly before we get to the cup final. I want you
Yeah,
guys to get
what?
Nikita Zadorov so badly. Me and Steven
Why?
were laughing about this because
he's not
he's
good
a
at hockey.
horrible defenseman. And I would love nothing more than for you guys to get him for his toughness. That please,
I keep
please,
hearing
New Jersey
people that I
Devils.
understand that I understand his size and his meanness is like something that you can want on your team, but he's
Horrible
bad
hockey.
at hockey.
Yeah.
And I don't
If-
I wouldn't want him. Obviously, if you get him,
No.
you're like, all right, well, I guess we got to make do with this. But I wouldn't want to go. Like, I would never be like, I
He's
need
going to
this
want
guy on my
$6
team.
million per year, if not more.
Well, if he's not going to fit, then Fitzgerald's not going to go for him. I mean, it's
No,
pretty
but
obvious
it's just
Fitzgerald's
all the
just going
Devils
to go.
fans. That's what I'm saying. It's all the Devils fans saying they want them, and I can't.
Yeah,
I hope to God they get their wish.
Pesci would be good. He's
Yeah,
the one.
Pesci was the
that
rumor
would piss me
today.
off. Yeah.
That was the rumor today. Well, if it'll piss you off, Dean, then I hope it happens.
Yeah, no, I want Pesci myself. So he was talked about for the Rangers as well.
Line
all
is going to go there too. Everyone's
no.
going there.
How's Line going to go there? They don't have cap room unless they trade Truba,
Well-
and then you're getting one headache for another. So which
I think
which
I'm
one
gonna
do
be
you want?
blinded
I
momentarily.
think I'd rather have
by, like,
Line than
You
Trouba.
possibly
Yeah.
could.
Mhm.
The sun is not working in my favor.
It is not
you're
working
just
in your
totally-
But I'm gonna keep it because it's making my face look interesting. More
yeah,
interesting
than
than
usual.
usual.
Shades on.
Sun, doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's highlighting that beak that you have on that face.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Dean's just full of insults tonight. Right out of the chute. Right out of the chute.
just fired on all cylinders.
Seriously, you're just
all
mad
right.
the Rangers aren't in the finals.
Yeah, no, who wouldn't be? You're just mad the Devils never made the playoffs.
Don't do that.
I'm over it.
All right, listen. A couple things for this postseason. Zach Hyman now has the most goals in a single postseason during the salary cap era with 16. He's been on fire for this team, been very good, along with obviously McDavid. This is the first time in Connor McDavid's career that the Oilers, and this was Game 6, that the Oilers won a game he played in but didn't have a shot or a point. It had
I heard
happened
that.
only seven
Wild.
times before tonight. 5 as a rookie in 2015-16, 1 in 2018, and 1 in 2021. So once again, first time in McDavid's career that the Oilers won a game when he didn't have a shot or a point. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's that much their offense.
that's nuts. Bone Storm wins lots of games when Shorts guy doesn't have a point.
Yeah.
They always happen to get shots. I just don't know where they're going. They're
So
going in a direction.
this is what I want to talk. So Game 7, right, we just talked about it before. Is this the biggest Game 7 in NHL history? And think about it. So the best player in the world, going for his first Stanley Cup, leading a Canadian team back from 03. It's against the best team in the regular season, and up until this point, Florida Panthers were the best team in the NHL. So could this be, and is this the best Game 7 that you can think of?
I'm going to tell you. No, and I'm going to tell you why. First
Okay,
of all,
I like it.
yes, the fact that they came back from a 3-0 deficit is admirable. But that being said, I honestly haven't found much of any of these games to be interesting. They're mostly dominated by whoever wins. There's usually whoever ends up going up. Well, Game 1 was a shutout, 3-0 shutout, and whoever ends
You
up
could say that
going up
Edmonton actually
one
played better.
wins. Well, yeah, because they outshot them severely, but still, it's just like and this is just my opinion. I haven't found any of these games exciting in the slightest bit. I know that some other people do. I know that watching McDavid is exciting. Him having 8 points in 2 games is impressive and exciting. But like I've seen these just like back and forth bloody battles that have ended up in a Game 7, and it's just like these teams are down each other's throats. They're hitting each other. It's just like back and forth, just like playoff hockey. And this just seems like it's been six games against each other. An East versus a West meet each other in the regular season, and it's a game. Every game has presented itself as that. There's been no meanness. Everything that Florida comes as how there's stereotypes of them forechecking and hitting and fighting and grittiness. None of it's there.
Yeah.
That's to me. I don't know. I've found this entire series, and I know it's an awesome comeback, but I found it mildly interesting from start to finish.
No, I kind of agree with you.
One of the games was 8-1. I mean, it's just like it's. It's going 7. It's going 7 games, and I really don't think it's been a good series. I think it's been pretty bland.
It's
You
just
know,
it's
just
cool because the
whoever
storyline
ends up scoring a couple more goals. You know, Bobrovsky has you know, it's not
been
like
bad.
it's been a been like dueling talents back and forth because it's basically, you know, no one from Florida has showed up at all in these last 3 games. Nobody has
No.
been, except I'm sorry,
Reinhardt
Barkov. Barkov has
has
been
been
the only
awful.
consistent. Reinhardt's been terrible. Evan Rodriguez is
Verhaeghe.
probably their Conn Smythe favorite at this point.
Yeah.
Their power play has
so
been absolutely
leading to
that's
that,
my-
Steven.
that's my
foul
rant.
scoring and letting
That's
up
my
shorthanded
opinion of the
goals.
series. And I'm also,
Steven,
I don't know why there's a circle in front of my face. Like, what is? I don't
is it the mic
know what's
stand?
going
I don't
on,
know
but I
what that is.
can't really see very well.
So Steve, and then to Shrim too. So I said before
Yeah.
McDavid, right? 43 points in this playoffs. Is right 43? I think it was the 42. 42 points in this playoffs. Steve, with what you just said, where you think that Rodriguez might be their Conn Smythe candidate, can you really have him beat out Connor McDavid for Conn Smythe, even if he lost?
No, I don't think. And like I said, I when we were talking on Friday, it was Game 6, and if Florida won in 6 games, like I was gonna have, even though McDavid has all these points and has been as impressive as he has scoring, I just can't imagine like. And you went over the history of the ones who have won the Conn Smythe on the losing team, but it just doesn't seem right to lose in 6 games and still win the Conn Smythe. It almost seems pointless, and it almost seems like the player probably wants nothing to do with that trophy in a losing effort.
Oh,
So I don't even think you're doing them a favor by doing it. Like, you might as well just give it to just anybody on the other team at that point. But now we're in Game 7. Should anybody else get the Conn Smythe other than Connor McDavid, I'm going to say, deservingly, probably he should, but I still am a believer that just give it to somebody on the winning team, because I don't think Connor McDavid is going to want it if they lose.
the dejected look on Jaguar's face when he won it in 03. He didn't even take his
he did
glove
not
off.
want that.
He didn't even take his glove off. The dejected look in his face when he had to get that trophy and just like stand there and pretend like he cared that he won it. And then
With Bettman
probably
right next to him, smiling with his shit-eating grin.
That's one of those lasting memories I have from the 03. One of them, not all of them. Obviously we won the cup, but just that look on his face of like, I don't want this fucking trophy. Like, it's.
I'm not a believer. I'm just not a believer in it and giving it in a losing effort, even if it's deserved. Nobody wants it.
Unless it's a goalie. I think a goalie is the only one who's really deserving of it in a losing effort.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Also, like J.S. Jaguar, like he is the only reason why they were there.
He was the only reason.
They were where they were, and it went 7 games. I mean, he was.
We did. Steve and I went over the stats. It was crazy.
Advertised.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe if you win some cups, and then you also have that Conn Smythe, then maybe it means a little bit more. But if you win a Conn Smythe but never win a cup, that's gotta. I don't know what you do with that Conn Smythe trophy.
You burn
you hide it.
Yeah.
You put it somewhere.
Looking back on it now, I think he's like, he feels a lot better about it. But at that moment, at that time, it couldn't have been a worse feeling or anything.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want that. Now I'm sure he's
in the moment.
He's happy that he won it, and he's proud that he won it. But back then, man, that was just like,
in the
I'm
moment,
sure he'd
there's no
trade
way
that.
out
I
to
would
it.
feel like
for a cup.
I feel like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like even when in juniors, when they have like, each team's best performer or whatever it is from the country or for the game, and they have to pick somebody from the losing side, and it's always just an awkward, horrible exchange.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to show you guys the two stats between the Jaguar and Brodeur thing, which was Brodeur also was insane in that playoffs. No. This is more for just Jaguar and how great he was. But
okay.
21 playoff games, he was 15-6, right? Obviously, Brodeur 16 wins versus 15, posting a playoff best 697 saves, playoff best goals against average of 162, and a save percentage of 945. He was second with 5 shutouts. He had a 4-game sweep of the Wild that year. He stopped 122 of 123 shots in that series. With Andrew Burnett was the only one to score against him in that series. Then he had against the Devils that two overtime game. He stopped 63 of 64 shots, and they won 1-0. Or they won 2-1. But this was Brodeur. So Brodeur was 16-8, 581 saves, a 165 goals against average, so only 3 points better, 3 points worse, 934 save percentage, and then Brodeur had the 7 shutouts. So like the 2 goalies, it was ridiculous back then how nasty they both were.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. But the only reason that the Ducks got to where they were was Jaguar. Like that should have been Brodeur's year to win the Conn Smythe.
We went over the scoring. We went over the scoring for that team, and I think it was Steve Ruchin, right? Steve was the leading point scorer.
Wow. Yeah, for Anaheim.
Yeah, with like 14 points in the playoffs. You're like, holy crap!
Yeah. Goal support was not the reason why.
Oh,
yes, I think it was Steve.
Brodeur has a Conn Smythe, right? Does he? He does, right?
Nope. That should have been his.
No. Oh wow.
It was Lemieux.
Oh. Okay.
Who won the other one?
Niedermeyer. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Niedermeyer might have won 2000.
Was it Elias?
No, it wasn't Elias. 2000. I have to look it up.
Yeah, that team though. This was the studs on the Anaheim Ducks in 03. Dan Bilesma, Keith Carney, Stanislav Chistov,
he was there.
Paul Correa, obviously, Jason Krog, Andy McDonald, Rob Niedermeyer, Adam Oates, Sandis Oslunch, Steve Ruchin, Ruslan Saleh, Kurt Sauer, Peter Sikora, Peter Sikora led all the Ducks in points during that season, and Steve Thomas. that was the team.
Were they the 8th seed also?
8th seed, yeah.
That was 2000 was greatest defenseman of all time, Scott Stevens. Won the Conn Smythe.
Oh, that was for that elbow. That makes sense.
Greatest defenseman of all time. Patrick Waugh won the next year.
Close your blinds. You're being told to close your blinds.
Yeah.
Nope.
Not getting up. Just waiting for the sun to set.
All right, so we go back to
Niedermeyer won it with the Ducks in 07.
Niedermeyer Ducks in 07. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. McDavid with the 42 points, Bouchard 32, Draisaitl 31. Draisaitl's kind of been the guy that's been a little non-show for the most part for the Oilers.
No show
I feel
lately?
like,
almost like a passenger.
He could be a little better in this series. I guess. So, what are your thoughts on today's game? How do you think it goes? I think the momentum keeps with Edmonton, and they get it. But it's going to be a fun one. I could see it go both ways, right? Yeah, I'd like that.
I want an overtime, game-winning.
I do too.
Stanley Cup clinching goal. That's what I want.
1-0, like shutouts for both goaltenders, and just a crazy goal.
You heard it here first. It's going to be the Florida Panthers winning by a score of 6-0.
Wow! Oh my God!
Wow!
All right, I like it.
It's going to be as terrible.
First,
I'm going with it. It's going to be as terrible a Game 7 as I think the rest of the series have been. That's where I'm going.
I like it.
And for that, I'm going to the pipe.
Nice. Hit that pipe.
It's almost time for my beer. Still waiting for my beer. That's why I'm so grouchy.
You guys got anything else on this game? Well, just show Shrim. You think who wins?
Who do I think wins and who do I want to win? I want the Panthers to win, but I think Edmonton is probably going to win. They're keeping up their momentum. Although, I don't know. I could see Florida finally getting their shit together, like realizing, hey, it's Game 7 now. We got to play better. Their power play has been, I think, horrible. A lot of their downfall. They've not only been horrible on it, they've been letting up so many freaking shorthanded goals. I don't know if that's a record or they're close to a record, but
if you remember the Rangers series, they didn't score very much power play goals against them, and the Rangers actually had 3 shorthanded goals against them.
Edmonton has at least 3 shorthanded goals, don't they? Or 2?
Yeah.
2 or 3?
Yeah, they've been pretty bad.
Edmonton has scored first in the last couple games too, so Florida's got to prevent that too.
Florida needs to score first, I think.
Shorts guy, who did you say?
In the entire playoffs, they're like a -1 on the penalty kill.
Oh, PK?
On the penalty kill, they're -1, I think, because they've scored shorthanded goals. So they've only let up one more. They've only let up one more power play goal than they have scored shorthanded.
Is this goalie going to show up today?
Kyle Okposo's in for Game 7. That is great. I mean, what that guy had to have gotten fired right away, right?
Good sports,
that's
baby.
fireable offense.
It's my first day. It'll be like
yeah.
Homer Simpson with the stealing the sub. It's my first day. Don't fire the torpedo.
Okposo in for Cousins. Bob actually didn't practice yesterday, which was a rarity, so I'm sure he's dealing with an injury.
People are talking about Stolars being in. We're like, are you out of
could
your
you
damn mind?
imagine?
There's no way. There's no way they're going to a game 7 and switching the goalie.
You have to cut Bob's leg off, and then maybe he'll potentially not be in the game today.
He'd probably still play, even if he lost a leg.
Yeah.
All right. What player would you rather have? 80, and I'm not going to say the names. I'm just going to say the numbers. 82 games played, 16 goals, 24 assists, 40 points, a -9. So 40 points -9. This other player, player B, 23 games played, 8 goals, 34 assists, a 42 points total, a +11.
Was that McDavid's rookie year?
No, so that 23 games played is McDavid today in the playoffs alone.
Oh.
Player A, Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Oh, yeah, he's terrible. He's going to another team. It's just,
and that leads us to that wonderful trade. Pierre-Luc Dubois was sent from the lovely LA Kings, who signed him to 7 more years at $59 million, to the Washington Capitals. Ovi gets his running mate for the next 7 years. For Darcy
Kemper.
How is there still a market for this guy?
He's such a disappointment. Like such a disappointment. Like he's
what team he's going to be on next year.
Seriously, and I heard there was talk today that with personalities like Tom Wilson in the room, like they're hoping maybe it'll be strong personalities in the room that'll kind of
beat the crap out of him
in the shape. It's just like what a waste of talent Pierre-Luc Dubois is. Like it's. Now I think it's starting to really hit home that it's not the situation, it's the individual. He just can't.
He had plenty of talent in LA to play with. Same with Winnipeg.
I know he had plenty, and it's like okay, so maybe he didn't have the talent in Columbus, but holy hell, what a waste! What a waste!
Who would you rather have, Laine or Dubois?
On Bone Storm?
Laine.
Both.
On your team.
Bone Storm.
What's Dubois? Is Dubois 8.5 or 8?
I think
in that neighborhood, the 8 neighborhood.
I think they were saying like Wilson and Dubois combined is like $15 million in cap.
Oh my god!
He signed
not a whole lot of points.
8 years, $68 million. So that's more than
8 by 8.
It's $8 million.
No, 68 divided by 8 is more than $8 million.
A little
8.5
over 8. Yeah.
8.5, yeah.
Oh.
You know what's kind of hilarious that the not the Coyotes, but the Utah not Jazz Hockey Club, they don't have a single defenseman on their roster right now.
They don't have any.
All their D guys are free. All their D guys are free agents, either restricted or unrestricted.
And if they're beer guys, you're not going to want to be in Utah.
I'm looking at Cap Friendly right now.
Oh, better enjoy it because it's going away.
It's true. Who bought it? The Caps?
The Caps.
Yeah. Cap Friendly. I get it.
Oh, yeah, because I guess Dursey and Moser and Valimaki are all RFAs. I didn't realize that.
They're all RFAs, and then the other 2 guys are UFAs.
How do they only have 5 from last year? Where's the 6 or 7?
Yeah, where's their I don't know.
How did they not have 60 at least?
Well,
this team.
I know 2 defensemen on this podcast that'll probably go sign with Utah.
I haven't been offered a contract yet.
I don't think they'd ever offer me a contract. I'll go.
I'm still waiting.
I'll sign right now.
I'm still waiting to back up Schwimm's Tampa Bay Lightning, but no one's called yet.
Yep, it's time.
Hey, Schwimm, and I would make sure, Schwimm, that you had an autographed Shorts Guy official jersey.
I want an autographed official Shorts Guy jersey.
You'll get one too. Schwimm gets the first one because he's a Tampa fan, but I'll make sure that everyone gets one.
What would be on Shorts Guy's helmet if he were the backup goalie for Tampa?
Oh gosh, I'm going to need a moment to think about this.
All right, you think about
what would be.
Ponder.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's official.
Yeah.
Olmark traded to Senators by the Bruins, official per NHL.com.
They didn't even
Once
get
again,
I know exactly.
Olmark
I know
for
exactly.
Korpisalo, a first, which is 25 overall, and Mark Kastelik.
Schwim, you know what it would be?
What would it be?
In the blue, white, and black color scheme, it would be King Ghidorah in a storm.
Nice. Lots of lightning.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh
That'd be
yeah,
sick.
Awesome.
lots of light, or potentially the scene from King of the Monsters where he freaking emits all the lightning from all his wings and knocks everything out of the sky. That is
that'd be cool
like
too.
something King Ghidorah and lightning. That's what the helmet would be. Because
What
you just
about
see,
King? What about King Ghidorah?
yeah, I was saying it wrong. Whatever, I was saying it wrong. But that's
Derek
what it would be. That's
Welcome
what it
to
would
William
be.
Dean's life.
I
That would be
know.
sweet,
Derek Brassard
Now
retires
they have
after
to
16
sign me
seasons.
just because of that.
Brassard retired?
Hall of Fame, Brassard, yeah. Hall of Fame candidates
He played for 12 teams.
Yeah, 12. Was it 12? No.
I don't know. I was just throwing a number out there. I know it was a lot.
I think it was like 7. It was Columbus, Rangers, Ottawa, Pittsburgh, but then he had like Colorado was in there. I think Philly, Oilers.
Repeat a couple times.
Oh, here you go. 1,
Repeat
2,
with somebody.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 teams.
Ooh, I was
Columbus,
close.
Rangers, Ottawa, Pittsburgh, Florida, Avalanche, Islanders. You had the Coyotes, Philly, and the Oilers.
Jesus.
The potential Hall of Fame class for 2024. You have obviously the two Red Wings Red Wings teammates, the Euro twins, Pavel Datsyuk, Henrik Zetterberg, which I think both of them are Hall of Famers. You guys agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely Zetterberg.
Definitely.
I would say definitely.
definitely
Datsuk.
Datsuk.
Oh yeah.
I would say
Okay.
Datsuk over Zetterberg if we had to
Both
choose.
of them.
Okay.
Yes.
You also have first-year eligible players: Patrick Marleau. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but he's probably going to get in. Shea Weber, Hall of Famer. Pekka Rinne, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Ryan Miller, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
David Poyle in the builder category, he's going to get in eventually. Corey Crawford,
Absolutely.
don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Not a Hall of Famer.
No.
Justin Williams, not a Hall of Famer.
No.
Megan Dugan, she should be in.
Mhm.
Patrick Eliash, sorry, shorts guy, not a Hall of Famer, but Hall of very good.
Yeah, no, he's damn good. He's one of those players that are it's like right under that.
Sergei Gonchar, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, Steve, but you watched a lot more of him than I did. With Pitt.
Gonchar? Absolutely a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
When talking about who we're inducting these days, 100%.
Well, no. But I guess because you're saying because someone like Zubov got in, who I think Zubov is also a Hall of Famer. But
yeah, I agree.
Okay.
When's
Jennifer
McGillney
Bottle,
going in?
Chris Osgood, no. Rob Brindamore,
No,
no. Keith
Speaking of
Kachuk,
overrated
no.
goalies, jeez.
Cujo, no. Roenick, no.
Cujo,
Mahoney,
absolutely. Cujo's
Yeah,
one
I
of
think
the
Cujo.
all-time winningest
Cujo.
goalies.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
does wins is really the barometer?
What
I
is
think so.
is there really a
shows-
barometer anymore with any of these players? Is there really a true barometer?
He never
It's
won a
pronounced
Vezina.
barometer.
But Cujo never won a Vezina. How can you say he's a Hall of Famer? He wasn't even the best goalie that in a single year.
He's one of the tops all time in wins.
That doesn't matter. Wins is
That's
not
pretty good.
the barometer for
Pretty damn good.
because he was on good
damn good.
teams. Osgood was up there in
Okay,
wins
here
too.
we
He's
go.
400.
Here we go.
Cujo's well over 5, is he not?
He's 454.
He's not at
He's
500.
50,
I thought he was at
50
500.
wins ahead of Chris of Osgood.
Well, if
That's still I put.
he gets an over Osgood, then good.
Cujo to the Hall. You heard it here
All right.
first.
Okay.
Roenick, no. McGillney, yes. Reggie Leach, no. Alexander Maltsev, a little, Boris Mikhail. That was the old, Russian team. He probably should be in too. And Boris Mikhailov should definitely be in.
Yeah. Another year.
Those Those are the names.
Another year, Hugh Jessamine doesn't make the list.
Yeah, I was really disappointed about that one too.
Yeah, no Tanner
Hall of
Glass
Famer.
either.
We'll never know. Got injuries.
It's just a matter of who does the mustache call tomorrow?
Who does the? Oh yeah.
I really hope it's McGillney finally.
I would hope so too.
Deserves it.
Yeah.
He deserves to be in there.
I think
Was
McGillney
that-
is probably
was that
above all of them.
Was
above
that the
Gatsby?
story about? Yeah,
I think so.
Okay.
was
like
that McGillney? That story was where Mike Keenan was ranting and raving at him, and he just looked at him on
Yes.
his face. He's like, "Dude, I left Russia. You don't scare me."
Yeah, you don't scare me. Yeah, great. All right, a couple other things. Devils big trade. They get their goalie Jacob Markstrom for a first and Kevin Ball, which a lot of also Flames retaining 30%. So it'll be down to $4 million AAV. Apparently, this is the going rate for a goaltender. What?
Isn't it like 5? No,
$4 million AAV.
5.
Yeah, per Frank Saravalli.
Okay.
Pick is top 10 protected with, if not an unprotected pick in 2026.
I think it's a great
Devils
price.
won that trade big time.
I just
well,
I just don't think Markstrom's very good. But
yeah,
I think that the price that they paid was excellent, and I think he's probably an upgrade.
would you say that
But I
he's
think
better than Darcy Kemper when he got traded?
It's temper now. I would probably prefer Markstrom over Kemper at this point. But it's temper expectations,
but I'm saying
right, because he's not a foundational piece, but he's
better than what they had. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was saying Kemper when he got traded from Colorado to Washington was for a first round pick and a prospect. So it's basically been the same,
Similar,
for a similar pricing for that goaltending.
Yeah.
And then you kind of saw it today with
probably gonna be a late pick in the first round, which is totally fine.
I hope it's
Kevin Ball is
in the 30s.
Who knows? And you got money retained, so I think the price you paid is excellent. I'm not a big believer in Markstrom. That's kind of it.
Yeah, I mean it's the price for goalies, so it is what it is.
But you didn't pay much, so it's fine.
No, I wasn't a huge fan on him because of the age. I don't want a short-term solution. I want a long-term solution.
His career stats are pedestrian. He's had a big goalie.
Yeah.
Which definitely helps, and of course, change the scenery. You never know. So there's a couple things at play. It's just that he could just kind of be okay.
He could be. He could be. The big thing we need is we now need the bolsters defense, which I believe that they're going to start doing.
We need D in front of him.
Yeah, we need D in front of him. And the other thing too, with him being of 34, a little bit older, he's got a short window to win, so he's going to want to win. So that's an advantage. But I don't like this short-term solution to a long-term problem, because it's been a long-term problem since 2012, which we've not had a good goalie. So we're going on 12 years now without a goalie of any notable ilk, if you want to say.
Well, it seems like if you want to win without a notable goalie, with a mediocre goalie, you either need just super powered offense with a Draisaitl and McDavid. Obviously, they're doing that right now.
You got to play in the West,
or Vegas. You got to play in the West, or Vegas last year was just from top to bottom. They were excellent, so they can easily get away with. Although I wouldn't call. Eden Hill still he was hurt basically all year, but he still had a decent year. But Darcy Kemper, another completely loaded Colorado team. So the teams that are winning with these kind of middling
could do the same thing.
Stuart Skinner. That's what I'm saying. The
Niemi,
the depth really.
Crawford.
We've complained about the depth of. Niemi on a superstar Chicago team. Crawford similarly. But it's you need goaltending, and because
you do.
Some of these pieces are just because even look at Florida now. You need goaltending, and now their goaltender isn't performing, and look what's happening.
Yes, and Bob is showing you can do it up to 36. I don't know what Bob's going to do next year at 37. I know what it's like to play at almost 42. It sucks, but My hope is
he's going to
this,
play half
and
the games.
I'm going to throw this out there. So we have Markstrom for 2 years. We have Jake the Snake Allen, Samu's favorite goaltender.
Yep.
The Las Vegas Girl Scouts, biggest enemy. He signed for 1 more year.
Las Vegas Girl Scouts.
Mm-hmm. The Girl Scouts in Las Vegas hate Jake the Snake Allen. They also hate Samu, and they almost killed us.
They do almost hate Samu.
But someone is a UFA after next season, with the young goalie nipping at his heels. Saros is a UFA. Saros is a UFA. You hope it's not happening.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna.
No, he's not after this. I think he has 2 more years.
After next season. No, after next season.
So he's a UFA after this coming season.
After this coming season, yes, he's a UFA.
I thought he had 2.
No.
Yeah,
so it's a possibility. I'll take Shesterkin. I'm not above much. I'll take Shesterkin.
Yeah, sure.
Of course, I think anybody would take Shesterkin.
I would take Shesterkin,
and we'll take back. Give me Hughes and someone else.
Listen, we'll do a 3-way trade. It'll be us, you, and Tampa. We'll take Shesterkin.
Sure.
We'll take Shesterkin. We'll take Shesterkin.
You can't get 2 off the
Tampa
team.
Tampa gets laugh. You get Tanner Jeannot, and you retain.
We get point.
We get point
Hughes. So we get point Hughes,
Tanner Jeannot,
and Nemec.
Urbix, and Connor Sherry.
Yeah, I just made the trade.
Not only
Shesterkin.
The retain will be the entire contract will be retained, so you get them for free.
We lose Shesterkin and Lafreniere. It's going to be very hard to see them go. But I get my boy Braden Point. I get my next boy.
No, you get
Jack
Tanner
Hughes,
Jeannot.
And I get Simon Nemec. I like it.
And just for fun, Edmonton will throw you Corey Perry.
How does that going to work? He's on a different team.
Just for fun. They'll just throw you.
Sign and trade.
Yeah, why not?
Sign and trade.
Have Corey.
Like, hey, we want to play. Here's Corey Perry.
Well, the reason that Rangers can add someone like Corey Perry this offseason is because San Jose Sharks did them a favor and took the entire contract of Barclay Goodrow.
That's a sneaky move. That's such a sneaky backhanded move.
Yeah,
that was. That is such a dirty move.
No,
I do.
Yeah,
listen, Drury was not. Drury did not sign Goodrow, but I like that he was able to get rid of him for nothing. And I understand.
Dirty.
He apparently went to. He apparently talked to a bunch of teams, asked if they, who wanted him. San Jose was one of the teams that said they wanted him. They tried to work out a deal. It didn't work out, and then he put him on waivers. So,
that was the team he didn't want to go to. That was one of the teams he didn't want to go to.
That was one of the teams on his list.
Yeah.
No.
Who wants to go to the Bay Area?
Well, I mean,
Poor guy.
Listen, not great, but it's. I mean,
just for that, you have to take Tanner Jeannot.
You
have to take Tanner Jeannot just for that.
Oh man, I hope we announce a trade.
50% retention for a 7th round pick. Sure. 50% retention, 7th round pick.
We need another good Tampa fleecing of the Rangers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been a while.
A fleecing would be a 7th for Tanner Jeannot.
Well, other parts can be included, but Tanner Jeannot will be. I'm telling you, Jeannot, Urbix, and Sherry.
Tanner Jeannot's only got 1 year left.
Tampa will re-sign him just to piss off Schwinn.
He's got 1 year left. $2.6 million.
A 7th and Jeannot for Laugh, Kako,
half retention,
and Adam Fox.
You want to say hi?
Adam Fox.
Is that little Sarah?
Yeah.
Hi, little Sarah. Hi.
She's ready to watch the hockey game. You guys got anything else before we head out?
I do.
Shoot.
29 years ago tonight, a very young 12-year-old shorts guy was at Continental Airlines Arena watching the Devils win their first Stanley Cup.
No one.
I care, and Ray Leo cares. The Devils won our first Stanley Cup tonight, June 24th, 1995.
Beautiful Stanley Cup come out and be issued.
And I saw it 29 years ago tonight in person. Raise your hand if you've seen the cup handed out in person. To your team? No, you didn't.
No, not to my team. I was at the Devils. I was at the Devils Anaheim Ducks Game 7 Jaguar game too. So
that must have hurt.
Yeah, no, that. Oh, it didn't hurt because I like Jaguar so much, but seeing him celebrate was good. But yeah, at that time, my cousin invited me. So Michael, meathead.
Oh, the one who thinks that Scott Stevens is the greatest defenseman of all time.
He is the greatest defenseman of all time, the best elbows of all time.
Well, that's probably where Trouba learned it.
Most points across regular and postseason in the Cap era. So regular and postseason. McDavid this season 174. McDavid last season 173. McDavid the season before that 156. Then Nathan McKinnon at 154. He has 503 points across the last 3 seasons of hockey.
Yeah, he's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, he's pretty good. All right. Well, yeah. Just having fun. Let's go and watch some hockey, boys. My beer.
Let's do this.
Steven,
Game 7.
I don't think there's any milk in here, but it wasn't that good anyway. 3-5.
Might as well put milk in it.
3.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. You should come with like a glass bottle of milk and just chug it.
Pour it into the beer.
Lactose that beer up. Butter that bacon.
It says no lactose, but Dean likes to add his own lactose to everything.
I honestly don't know how to rate my beer because I don't like sours, but it was okay.
Well, you rate it like you would a regular beer. You base it out of 5.
No, I know, but I don't like sours, so I don't know. 3.75. But
okay,
4.5 sequence.
Hey,
Steven.
So I probably needed to let this sit a little longer because I didn't get a lot of flavor out of it. But 90 is delicious.
Well, that means you're gonna have to do it again for the game. Put it in now.
Shrimp. Take her home, bud.
Or I'll add more. I didn't add that much.
Whatever team loses, man, that team is they're gonna go down in history. Whatever team loses tonight, I feel is like they blew it big time. Whichever one it is. Hi, Sarah.